Either one might do the job just fine, but it'll be coming out of water and wastewater funds probably, but it just done, throw it out there and see if you guys had a preference and approve it if we do need it.
How big a motor is this?
I think the cheap one was a six horse, I'm not sure, it doesn't say on the Honda, I guess.
Could you repeat the prices again?
400 for the cheap one or 1200 for the
Honda?
Honda, yeah.
Which one do you prefer?
I mean, Hondas seem to have a good reputation, and their pumps are supposed to be rebuildable, and parts are probably a little more expensive, but it sounds like they'll have them forever. But our last one went since 1988, so it's, you know, it's kind of,
Is the pump part of the motor?
yes, it's attached to it, it's a gas driven, yep.
But I mean, if you buy the Honda motor, for instance, the pump goes with that.
It's all attached in one assembly, yes. But, I think they have different crankshaft in them, so you can spin an impeller on the end of them and stuff. It's not like a standard Briggs & Stratton type.
Anybody have any input or want to make a motion?
I have a question. Bruce, is this something that's easy to change out?
The pump, it's just a
Yeah.
portable pump with 2-inch hoses that we use down there or carry around where we need to use it, so it's probably not critical either way, it's just something, we should have one around that works good, so,
Is this like a trash,
yes.
what they call it?
A full trash, it's not a semi, it's a full because of the duckweed, I think a semi-trash would start plugging on us, so.
You know, something that, I'll just throw this out, Harbor Freight, the Predator engines are highly rated. You probably know as much as I do
Okay.
about it.
I did not look at that.
They have trash pumps with I think it's 2-inch discharge, the whole unit,
Dude,
$250.
is that a semi or a full trash? Because a lot of times they'll say trash and then you start digging into it, it's only a semi-trash,
I would
which
have to look.
has smaller particles that lets through and,
I can't answer that, I don't.
okay. All right, but I can look into that.
I know the Honda's excellent engine, but $700. You
Yep.
don't use it maybe not too many hours in a year. Hopefully
Yeah,
not.
in the fall, we'd probably run I don't know, 3 weeks of pretty much straight trying to pull the duckweed off and get rid of that stuff, so. I mean, not continuously, but during the days when we're here, it runs probably, I'd say, 4 or 5 hours a day.
It's the weather, it's the winds in
Well,
that direction, all
yeah.
that stuff, yeah.
Yeah,
I know I don't know what the 400, what motor the 400 was. What motor was the 400?
it's, it
It's
was
an odd brand?
Powerhouse brand, I
Oh.
don't, no idea what it is.
I
so.
can tell you that it had a powerhouse generator and it didn't last long. Yeah,
Well, that was my concern,
yeah.
but the other is a lot of money, so I kinda,
I would say if we're gonna do it, especially something he uses, that would be to buy him the good one. I know it's a lot of money, but sometimes you get what you pay for too, you know, certain stuff, so.
So Bruce, you don't have a real preference either way?
no, I don't really. I mean, if it craps out, we can do it 3 times, I guess, but.
And that's what I was
you
looking
know,
at too, yeah.
it's- But it might have the hassle, and maybe it doesn't run as good as the other one, who knows, you know, it really, it looks a little clumsier the way it mounts, because it's got a great big tank on top of it, where the other one's got a tank, just the engine tank, so, it, you know.
If you got one of these smartphones here, you gotta look up right now, all kinds of them. $245,
Right.
semi-trash.
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 We need full trash, yeah.
They got both.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Smartphones.
Well, I suppose we can save a little, I guess, and we try it. See if it's gonna be the cheaper
I know, to
one.
me, everybody knows Honda, but I don't know, the 1200, I mean, the two prices are just so far apart.
They are a lot.
And of course, I don't know this stuff, but I tend to be a little cheaper, but.
Well, we're trying to get the budget down, so maybe it's smart that we do it.
And this isn't part of the levy or budget, though, this is coming out of wastewater or water, right? So that's not part of the general fund.
I know I have one, it's Briggs & Stratton, I made it myself, I pump water out of the river. And I got 7 sprinklers going at once, and I've had it for years. And I also think the 1100 is a little excessive.
Okay. Well, I'll look into
Go
a cheap
with
one.
400 and see what happens.
No problem.
You guys wanna make a motion to that?
I would make a motion that we allow Bruce the 400 or less if there's other ones that he finds that he
Okay.
prefers.
Second,
Would you need more on that with shipping and all that, or is that covered?
Well, this particular one happens to be in St. Cloud, so I could go pick it up when we're down there, but otherwise there wouldn't be shipping. If we had to pay shipping on this one, I think they want $140 or something stupid like that, but if we find a place that has them in stock, then we can save quite a bit.
So who made the first motion?
I made the
Okay,
motion.
you made the motion and Pat O'Regan seconded it. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Okay, we have a whole bunch of surplus stuff over there, desks and chairs and, totes and all that stuff that haven't sold yet. I talked to Craigslist, or I mean, not, Bid to Buy, and they didn't return my call once I sent them a list of stuff. So I called this K-Bid, they want 35% commission, but they said file cabinets and desks and stuff like that don't sell. They're better off to throw them away or garage sale them or something, so. I'm wondering if one of you guys or a group maybe wants to set up some prices on there and put the stuff out there.
Have
on
you
the-
had these on the website? I saw the totes, but
No, not on the website, no. And then we should probably put on Craigslist and maybe
do
I'll
you
get
still have
some.
a lot of those left?
I think there's a dozen of them right now, so.
One other idea we had tossed around before is participating in the citywide garage sales. And if can sort of set prices on stuff, sort of let the community members come and buy stuff if they want it first and then,
Good idea. You can post it on our website that you're having it. so that people-
Yeah.
yeah, so we could have one anytime really. We could have like an open house type thing. Or we could wait until the spring. I think Bruce is looking to get some stuff out of there though.
Yeah, like this winter, we're gonna need room for
Oh, sure.
all the desks and file cabinets need
Where's
to.
this stuff from?
Excess city
everywhere.
property. Yeah.
Just collected over the years.
Okay,
A lot of it is old, very old.
Yeah.
that is better.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's antique
Not
status
quite vintage
yet.
yes.
Wait another 20 years, Steve.
Yeah.
I think the garage sale idea sounds like fun.
yeah,
If we
go
can
ahead.
incorporate it into the city one, or, because I would be willing to donate my time to help you guys if you needed that.
Okay. I just need somebody setting prices, cause I might wanna be interested in it and I don't want. I don't wanna be setting prices. on
Well, I'm
something.
pretty cheap, I don't know if you want to get rid of it.
No, it don't matter to me.
What, how much do you have to get rid of for storage right now?
I'd say if we got rid of the desks and file cabinets, it should open up quite a bit of room, right? For the most part. Yeah,
Have you tried to put anyone on the Staples Molly Swap Shop?
I do not do Facebook.
Okay.
Maybe, Amy, would you be willing to go and set prices with me?
Sure.
Me and you could
And I
meet
do
some.
look at that swap and shop, I don't have a clue how to sell anything, but I look at it daily, so.
Sold a lot of stuff on it, it works really well.
It does do well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if we can set prices, we can post it there. We have a Facebook page too.
Right.
We could put it on the website.
Okay.
It's, sounds like a project that Darcy will be helping me with.
Perfect.
Just mainly needed approval and somebody to help set prices. to
Yeah,
get rid
so
of
I
some
guess
of
if
this
you
stuff.
guys want, do they all need to approve the prices? They don't.
No.
No, just
No.
approval to get rid of the
We'll
stuff.
just
Yeah.
approve. Does anybody have anything against Amy and Lacey to help figure out prices? No, just put it on anybody. We're good with that. Set the prices, get rid of it.
Because like I said, K-Bid takes 35% and they tell you right up front that the desks and filing cabinets aren't gonna bring anything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, anything that gets better than that. Okay, next item is the contract with the East River Road plowing. They want to extend that for 3 years now, the plow and salt. Pretty much it's the same prices as before. The only thing we added on there is that we could renegotiate if we need to because of salt and fuel costs. Go over about 5% difference, so.
I've heard nothing but good, that you did good work from
Okay,
doing that. We're very happy with it.
okay, cool. So, the approval to extend that contract.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion made by Carlson, second by O'Regan. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Okay. I left you guys some paperwork to read over this month, and there's some summaries on the estimates on the tower painting at this point. I have 3 guys that seem to all pretty good, pretty close pricing and pretty good references, and I think they're all capable. But I would like to maybe have 1 or 2 of them stop in and talk to you if you'd like, or if you'd rather just go off of this, that's fine too. I mean, maybe read it over in this next month, and if you need any more information, let me know, and maybe next month we can, or by next month I can see, let me know if we want to have somebody in here, or just make a decision.
Are you still wanting that painted this fall?
No.
Wait till next year?
Next spring, sounds like we can coordinate with Verizon, get them in about April, and then paint right after that, so it's all done up right after there, and then they'll come put their equipment on afterwards, so
Okay,
should work out the best.
perfect.
Actually, just to make sure, can we get possibly get a motion to sell the excess property, the surplus property?
Okay.
Just, I'm not 100% sure if we need it or not, so I'd rather have you guys do it than have to wait and bring it back to the next
If we're
meeting.
gonna go that route, maybe we should even get like lists of stuff. Do we have a list of stuff?
I have a
want to
list,
sell that
yeah.
plow, do you?
Just
kidding.
No, anything under, I mean, it would be valued under $100, right? Everything we're looking to sell,
Pretty much, yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
So we're talking about surplus property that's obsolete based on
Nominal
city
value.
needs if we can't use it.
Yeah, it's desks, chairs, file cabinets, pull the hard drives out of the old computers and dump them.
There's all computers.
There's a couple of old ones, yeah, once we pull the hard drives, they can go. Some tires, let's see, what else was there? Some signage if they haven't been selling on
Street
it.
signs.
There's street signs
You're
we can,
selling the toads too?
yes, we can do totes. Or we might be better off to market them on like Craigslist or like your Stop and Shop. It might get some attention where our website's not getting that right now. There is some stuff out of the old water plant we scavenged out of there that, you know, pumps and that kind of stuff. I don't know if there's any value in that around here locally, but we threw it out on Craigslist. There might be somebody interested in it. You know, they're all 3-phase stuff. There's a 3-phase air compressor, dual compressor, some ventilation stuff from the old plant, stuff that I don't see right now. There's about 2 pages worth of it.
Old park benches.
Oh, yeah.
How do you guys wanna handle that? Just make a motion?
You know, the more I hear, I'm getting a little nervous just to put prices on it. I think maybe we should just price it out and then bring it back to the council, or
Okay.
I just don't wanna undervalue something and cause conflict.
Okay.
Your thoughts okay with that, Darcy or Lacey? Because some of this stuff is beyond me. I don't even have a clue what you're talking about, so.
Yeah, it's
As
more
far as
involved than
like
I thought.
water pumps and,
But
I thought
Bruce
it was
would know what the
cabinets.
value is.
yeah, I thought it was just office furniture, so.
But he doesn't want a price.
Well, we can get rid of just the office stuff for now and just get rid of
That's what I thought we were doing
Oh,
for now.
now. Worry about the other
And
stuff.
then
at a
maybe
later
others, it
date.
could be like a garage sale day.
Yeah. Once, right now, we just need the room for where that stuff is all stacked up, so.
so maybe if we just focus on office furniture for now, we're good?
Sure, yeah,
Okay,
that small
Yeah.
stuff.
that's
Yep.
easier.
Okay. All right, well, does anybody want to make a motion to allow them to sell
I'll make that
City.
motion.
Office building stuff? You want to include start with the totes? May as well include them in there. I mean, she can
Yeah.
start posting
Yeah,
them.
we've already posted the totes
Oh,
on the
okay.
website and
At least
stuff,
if we
so.
market it differently than just
Yeah.
having it on the website, I
Yep.
think they would go with it.
We will.
I'll second it.
Yep, I'm okay with that.
Carlson made the motion and O'Regan seconded. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Okay, last thing I got is September 25th and 28th. I'll take a few vacation days there in a row, the end of that week. Be Tuesday through Friday.
Okay. Need a motion to approve his vacation days.
I will make that motion.
Motion made by Carlson, looking for a second.
I'll second.
Seconded by Johnson. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
That's all I have.
Any other concerns or any other concerns or business brought, for Bruce? Anyone? All right, we'll go to administration department. Lacey, you're up.
Okay, the water usage report can be found on whatever page, 35. Would like to point out that it does say 18%. However, we read the meters a little early, which skews the numbers a little bit. It's actually, it would have been, if everything was average, closer to 12 or 13%. I thought it would be lower than that. But yeah, with finding the leak, we expected it to go down more than it did. I don't know, have you talked to other cities? Do other cities track this? Is this, like, maybe, I don't know what's normal.
You know, I actually made a call to Pillager,
Okay,
because our water went crazy at work.
Okay.
We had a leak in the building. And they don't track theirs. She said she has a rough idea, but she does not document anything, so I found
Okay.
that a little strange, but maybe that is the norm, I don't know.
I don't know either. I've been thinking about that though. I'm like, well, maybe 5 to 10% is normal that is unaccountable. I have no idea.
I think that part, or that amount would be normal. The other thing I thought about this last month is, over at the park there's no meters in that park, and as we're putting the signs and stuff in and watching, there's a lot of kids running around with water and turning on hydrants and stuff there, so they would need to put a meter in over there.
I've
and
seen
see
the
if we
dog
can-
park too, people bringing jugs, filling them up.
But that's got a meter on it.
Oh, it does?
It does,
Okay.
yeah. We just need to
But
over
even that
converse
too
it.
would not, wouldn't be
No,
this amount.
what if they, I don't know how much them kids are running water, but the stones are starting to shift a little bit underneath the hydrant there and stuff, so maybe they're running a lot more than we realized down the drain there.
All we can do is keep working on it, but.
Well, we didn't used to track it. We started tracking it, and this has gone back probably 15 years or so again. We started tracking it because we had an issue with one of the industries where we were actually billing for more than what we were pumping. So we started tracking it like this to make sure we weren't doing that, just to see that that never happened again. That
Okay.
was the main, I'm not saying it's the only reason, I'm just saying that was the main reason why we did it at that time.
And we did find actually a couple years where somehow, it's all in an Excel spreadsheet, the formula got changed. So that I corrected Darcy and I corrected the formula in it, and that changed the number slightly, but not significant enough to even really show you guys, but, so, I don't know.
See what it looks like next month.
Yes, hopefully next month will be better. Any other questions on that? No. Okay, we need to schedule the truth and taxation, the public hearing on the final levy. We have to schedule that before, or at the same time as we certify the preliminary levy, so generally, we've done it the day of the regular December council meeting, because it has to be done, it's like after November 27th, but before the end of December, and it has to occur at 6 p.m. or later. So I think we usually do 6 o'clock the day of the December 10th meeting.
I think that's a great idea.
And then if there are any final changes that day or whatever, we would just have to schedule a special meeting after that to finalize it all. We'd still have a couple weeks if there needed to be changes.
So that's scheduled for 6 o'clock then?
Correct. And then the regular meeting would start at 6:30. And so that's just like a public hearing. we're good, moving past
Sounds
that?
like the December 10th is what we're ever gonna work, so it would work. Yep.
Okay. The next thing I have is this Thursday, actually, there's a clerks and finance officers regional meeting in Alexandria, so not too far away. The cost is $10, which I believe just covers their fees for setup, and I think they have snacks or something. I don't know what the $10 is for, to be honest, but going over year-end W-2s, 1098s, 1099s. We know we've had a few issues in the past, so I thought this would probably be a good training to make sure everything is on track from here on out. But again, that's this Thursday. And I have a morning safety committee meeting in Little Falls as well, so I would likely not be in the office at all that day, because it doesn't really make sense for me to be on the clock to drive up here and then drive to Alexandria. I could either just take that time off, or I could work from home in between those two meetings if it's approved.
It's good that she goes to it.
That's fine with me. I'd make that motion.
All right. You wanna add, let her finish a couple hours at work, home?
Yep.
Home to,
Work from home
Okay.
between the two meetings.
okay.
Yep.
All right, motion made by Carlson, looking for a second.
I would second that.
Second by Hutchinson. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Okay, and then we have the other events, trainings, etc. for the council and any staff that you guys want people to attend. Pat has registered for a few of them already. The Region 5 Summit on October 24th is where, if we attend, we get $250. So if at least one person attends, generally it's the administrators or clerk treasurers, and then any council members that show up from surrounding cities. Sometimes I think there are other department heads there as well. So I would be looking for approval to go to that, as well as the two meetings on October 11th. There's a little bit of a time overlap there, but generally things at Sourcewell get done a little early. So I think it's doable to get to Baxter right around the time that meeting starts. I guess that crisis management leadership we had talked before about people going to, I don't know who is planning to attend,
I would like to go to.
or who you think should be in attendance as well, if it's city staff. So you would like me to register you, Al?
Yeah, I would like to go to it.
On
Anybody
October
else wanna go
11th.
to it?
But we can't have more than
Yeah,
three
you
of us.
can.
We just can't sit together. That's-
Yeah, just don't talk about city business.
Well, and we can just post it as well and say that
Oh, yeah.
council members will be present at this training. The county does it all the time for the commissioners.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I can make that one.
I would like to go also.
Yeah, it's posted anyway, that way we can, those of us that can make it.
Well, she needs to know by registering us, so we need to figure out who wants to go.
Yeah, I have
Steve,
to
you wanna
register
go to
by
that?
October 4th.
You wanna go to the October, the crisis management workshop?
Yes.
Okay.
I won't be able to go.
Yeah. Amy, you wanna go?
I don't know if I can, but we have a conference in October and I think it's that week.
Okay. Pat, you wanna go?
I'm already signed up.
Oh, you're signed up, so we're good. All right.
And then what, if any, department heads do you think should be there?
Well, I know.
I mean, it sort of
Police chief should be there.
outlines all
You
of
available?
us.
I know. For sure you, I think it'd be a good one to go to. What do you guys think?
I almost think all of them maybe should,
If they
as long
can.
as we're not being too shorthanded.
The expected outcome executive and administrative staff, responder chiefs, department heads, and infrastructure and resource leaders sharing a common perspective. Challenges they'll face in times of crisis.
If the department heads wanna go, that'd be great.
Okay.
All the department heads that can make it.
Yeah.
And then that same day is the 2018, the League of Minnesota Cities Regional Meeting.
That's the only one I can go to. I have a department meeting that night, so.
So I would be looking for approval for myself to attend that, and Pat is registered as well already. and I don't know if
For the
anybody else
for
is
the regional
interested.
meeting?
Correct, and that one does come with a cost of $45.
Yeah, the two meetings overlap a little, but I figured I could leave the one in Staples a bit early because by then I should have.
Like I said, almost every meeting that I've been to at Sourcewell that's scheduled for all day is done 2 hours, or it's always shocking how early we're done.
You really get all the, or most if not all the information before the last 2 hours. It's not hard to leave them a little bit early. I mean, they do a
And that
good
one
job
is
of
free.
getting it done quick.
Steve, you wanna go to that one, or
Yes, I do,
you wanna go to both of them?
yes.
Okay. Steve on that one too. All right,
And we need a motion on that, correct?
yeah.
I will make a motion.
Second it.
Motion by Carlson, second by Reagan. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
I think that's it. I do have, it's part of the calendar at the end, but I should bring it up. I am at the Government Finance Officers meeting at the end of this month. Darcy had a rescheduled event for one of those days. It is at the end of the month. We won't have red meters yet. The last week of the month is generally pretty slow around here, so as long as nobody has a huge problem with it, the office will be closed on Friday, September 28th.
September what date?
28th. It's a Friday. Bruce is out of town. We'll be reading meters that Monday, so I think if we're gonna close, that's one of the best times for it to be closed. And then Darcy can go to her Twins game that got snowed out in April.
Denied. You gotta work.
It was on a Saturday too, when I originally did it, they rescheduled it for Friday.
Yeah. All right, I'm looking for a motion that we can close those days, that day.
I would make that motion.
Motion made by Hutchinson, looking for a second. Second by, I'll give it to you this time, Reagan. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
That's all I have.
All right. So, old business here. Does anybody have anything for Lacey first? Any concerns or? All right, we're moving on. So the old business, we have preliminary 2019 budget levy, which we are not, I don't know if any of us are ready for that yet, but so if we're not, we can skip all those. I think we should set up another day workshop. We'll go over it a little more in detail and get it down some more. Me and Lacey talked some plans, and I think we may have it worked out, but it'd be good for us to sit down and just
You know,
make sure.
in my opinion, yeah, the budgets is always nice to sit down as a group and discuss.
So if you guys want to do another workshop, we need to get it done this week or next week for sure. And do you have any days or evenings that somebody can come to the workshop? That would be a good evening.
Maybe this week.
Do we have to, you need time to post that, Lacey, more than this week? So today we're on the 10th, so.
Yeah, we could do Thursday, let's see, no, it wouldn't get in there. Friday would be the first day.
I'm afraid it'd be a
We
bad
could
day.
meet.
About Monday.
Monday or Tuesday would be okay with me. I don't work Tuesday, but either of them 2 days will work.
Either one would work for me.
Monday would be okay. Monday is
Yeah, I can
17th.
make whatever
Monday.
work.
So how about we do a workshop? What time do you guys get off? If you guys hurry
I get
over?
done at 5, so.
Okay. Can you come in late that day for us?
Yeah, I actually have the day scheduled off, but I really probably was only gonna have the morning off, so I could come
Okay.
in later that day instead. Because I have a wedding on Sunday
So if we do-
randomly.
Sorry.
Oh, Bruce is not able to make it Monday night.
Okay. What about Tuesday? Anybody make it on Tuesday night?
I have fire department training.
I was gonna say Tuesday's not as good for me.
Okay. Well, Bruce, let me ask you this. I know I want department heads here, but if I think Lacey kinda knows what we're talking about, she could bring it up to you, and if you don't have a problem, would there be a need for you to be here? Can you
They're not slashing your, or, nobody has suggested slashing your budget to me.
Alright,
That
let's-
might happen if you're not there, I can't guarantee anything, but
Let's leave it at 5 PM, it sounds like we're gonna be pushed out too far to get this done.
What day?
On Monday the 17th,
5 PM?
yeah.
so the workshop is
We'll
at
do a workshop, and
5
then
PM.
put it, and then do we wanna do a special meeting on the 6th, or at 6 o'clock to approve it? That we don't have to come back? It has to be approved before the 28th.
And I'm out on the 26th, so really the 25th is the last day.
Right. But I am confident we have an hour that we could have it ready to approve on by 6 o'clock that night.
So Monday, 5 o'clock, what date?
Workshop on the 17th.
17th.
Does that give everybody time to get here from work?
And then
Yeah, I can sneak out a little early, that's fine.
Yep. Well, it's a little later, no, don't worry about it, so unless we get shoot
Yeah.
at 5 here. And then 6, which,
If the discussion spills over, we can,
right,
it would be fine to continue the discussion at the special meeting and postpone the vote until a little later. The vote doesn't have to happen at 6 o'clock.
right.
So I can notice that's the special meeting, that there will be discussion and then possibly a vote.
Possibly vote on this at 6 o'clock. All right, so we can postpone that. The personnel manual proposal update, final approval, separate handout she handed out. Go ahead,
Yeah, I'd like to ask that we table this till next month. I just need a little more, I've read it through, but I need a little more time to be comfortable voting on it as far as, it's lengthy, there's a lot involved.
And I encourage you guys to, I mean, I was kind of helping the process, helping it, but even us helping, we've had to really push to get it done, so. If you guys have, read through it, let Lacey know ahead of time, and then we can bring it up the next month.
Yeah, there are a few changes that Pat and I discussed already, or nothing major, but, and also I should let you know there was a miscalculation on my part. The committee did not recommend reducing vacation and sick time in the transfer to PTO. Instead of adding 4 hours per month, I added 4 days, which is actually 4 hours per month is 6 days of sick time. So those numbers will be changed, at least from the committee's committee recommendation standpoint. There's no increase or decrease to time off. That's completely my fault. And yeah.
All right, sounds cool. Sounds like we can get those bugs picked out by next meeting maybe, so. All right, any other business for the old business? We start new business, City of Motley ordinance amendment, ordinance 179.